Rare Canadian White Circle Vintage Paperbacks. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to look at the Canadian White Circle paperbacks. These are Canadian paperbacks. A lot of people know about the Harlequin books. Of course, these days and for a long time they were romance paperbacks. Harlequin originally started out as a publisher that did all genres of books. They did mystery, crime, even a few science fiction, and westerns and all kinds of things. And Harlequin at the time was a big publisher in Canada. Number two, right behind them, was White Circle. That was they were published by Collins Books, which was a British company which published in England. And those are the ones with the non-illustrated covers that you see. Sometimes they have a policeman, a London Bobby on the cover, or sometimes they have some kind of a guy with a gun, or sometimes no cover art at all. They're usually pink cover with just text covers, very much like the Penguin books kind of. But when they were published in Canada, they for the first 30 or so books, they continued that kind of style with non-illustrated covers. Then from around number 51, they began to use cover art, and they had a lot of really nice covers, and some that were just kind of okay, but they published a lot of books. They published over 500 books in the Canadian Collins White Circle series from 1942 to about 1952, and cover art was pretty nice. One of the cover artists was Margaret Paul, Paull, and she did over 100 covers for them. And some of the information I have is through the courtesies of work by Jim Fitzpatrick and also by Steve Wallace. And I'm just going to show you some of the books I have now. This is part one of two episodes that we're going to do on Collins White Circle. So this is half of the books that I have, and we'll show the other half later. I do not have by any measure all of them, because there's over 500, but this will give you a good look at them and see what's available. And we're going to take a look at that now. Just let me move these around a little bit. They published mostly crime and westerns, and the interesting thing is that some of the crime books had photo covers, like these here, and I really like the photo covers. I think these with the White Circle books with the photo covers, crime books are really very collectible and very cool. And they did a few others with some really nice kind of art. And and they did some westerns where the art is kind of not as nice as the western art on the Harlequins, but it's pretty interesting. It's kind of cute. It's kind of has a certain style to it that's nice. So here we're going to just take a look in no particular order. Number 508, No Mask for Murder by Andrew Garve. Number 244, The Gay Desperado by Berkeley Gray. And you see they're reprinting a lot of the British crime authors. Number 272, Too Dangerous to Live by David Hume. And the back covers are pretty much the same style. Again, they have a little bit of writing with, like a title text, and then they have a little bit about what the book is about. So we're just going to go through these. They are in no particular order, and as I'm taking them out to show you, I have no idea what I'm going to what they are, because they've been held for a while in my shelves. Number 522, Uninvited Corpse by Paul Welton. There's some good girl art covers. There's some hard-boiled covers. Um, of course, the very collectible book in the series, which we'll show in the next episode, is the Mickey Spillane, I, the Jury. And I'll show those two versions in the next episode. So we have number 5, 12/7 Dawns Till Death by Berkeley Gray. Requiem for Rogues by David Hume. Hard-boiled homicide. David Hume's a very collectible author. Number 472, One of Those Things by Peter Cheney. Another photo cover. I really like the photo covers on these. Number 510, Dark Bahama by Peter Cheney. Number 59, I think. It's Death at His Elbow, Story of the Secret Service during World War II by J.M. Walsh. And again, these are all Canadian. Number 83, Gentleman of the Night by Stephen Maddock. Covers are kind of subdued a little bit, but interesting. It's an interesting series. Number 109, Spades at Midnight by Stephen Maddock, is a British Secret Service spy story. Number 60 is 6 Feet of Dynamite by Berkeley Gray. And it's a story about escaping from a German prison camp in World War II. That's right up Jules Bert's alley, I think. Number 69 is 6 Feet of Dynamite. Again, this is a different version, different edition, a different cover. I don't know if they are different printings. This is 1943, and this one is the reprint from 1946. So that's the reprint from 1946 of this Escape from a German Prison Camp novel, and this is the original from 43. Number 313 is Duchess Hotspur by Rosamund Marshall, another photo cover. Yeah, one I particularly like is 424, Try Anything Twice by Peter Cheney, another photo cover. 488, Lady Behave by Peter Cheney, another photo cover. Number 440, Dark Wanton by Peter Cheney, and all of these numbers have a prefix with a CD as a prefix before the number. Number 371, A Final Curtain by Nightingale Marsh. Nice cover on this one, and a very tough one to find. Very tough book to find. Number 311, which does not have a CD prefix, is The Third Victim by J. Jefferson Farjeon. And this is a photo cover, which is interesting because it has some of the white circle books on the floor by the girl's feet. Number 391 is Dance Without Music by Peter Cheney. Another photo cover. And now we're getting to the Western. First Western is 317, Guns of Arizona. And you can see a lot of the Westerns are done in this style. It's kind of hokey, but it has a certain charm to it too. They have a certain charm to them that's kind of nice. So with that, we're going to move these up and start another stack. Number 455, You Can Call It a Day by Peter Cheney. Photo cover. Dark Interlude 359 by Peter Cheney. I showed you these early when we began the video. And now we start with 402, The Voice of the Corpse by Max Murray. Number 284, The House of Shadows by J. Jefferson Farjan. These are all mostly classic murder mysteries, some private eye, and some kind of spy also. Number 358 is Snowbound by Hammond Innes, photo cover. That's one that's not seen that often. Number 55, Death Takes a Flat by Miles Burton. And it's an Inspector Arnold murder mystery. Number 482, Cabbage Town by Hugh Garner. This is a very collectible, expensive one in the series. That's the only edition of this book, and it's a hard-boiled crime novel that a lot of people don't know about, and that's much sought after. Number 266 is The Tall Man by John Ross, and this is a Margaret Paul cover. You can see her signature down here, and it's a nice kind of cover art that she did. As I say, she did over 100 of the covers for White Circles, for these White Circle books. Number 213 is Literary Lapses by Stephen Leacock. He was a famous author in the early part of the 20th century. This is also a Margaret Paul cover, and you can see it's signed by her. Number 494, She'll Love You to Death by Charles Franklin. Hard-boiled noir, bad girl with a gun cover art. Number 111 is A Maid and a Million Men by James G. Dunton, and that's a war book, World War II. Number 463 is Saddle Partners by Wade Smith, Western. Number 267 is Cavalier Conquest by Berkeley Gray, mystery, murder mystery. Number 255 is The Commandos by Elliot Arnold. And this is the commandos going into Norway when Norway was taken over by the Germans in World War II, and they're fighting the Germans. Number 245 is Dames Don't Care by Peter Cheney. Private Eye, Lemmy Caution, Private Eye mystery novel. Number 251 is Rachel Rosing by Howard Spring. I believe this is a romance. Number 357, Black Jade by Angelique Taylor. Number 379, Everybody Slept Here by Elliot Arnold. Nice cover. This reprints or is reprinted by the American Signet. And the last one on this stack is 359. 537. Goose Feathers by George Digby. Adventures in the South Seas. So there you have those, and we're going to move these over and do one more stack. Give you an idea of the White Circles. Canadian White Circle. Number 383, Killer Conquest by Berkeley Gray. This is a conquest crime novel, Babes and Bullets, Berkeley Gray style. Number 351 is The House of Darkness by Alan McKinnon, photo cover. Number 336, photo cover, The Urgent Hangman by Peter Cheney. It's from 1948. Number 514, The White South by Hammond Innes, photo cover. So you have 3 photo covers. Number 431, Klondike Mike by Merrill Dennison. In the Klondike in the northern, I guess, Yukon Territory of northern Canada. One that's pretty tough to find is 418 Stag Night by Phillips Rogers. Number 227, Blonde for Danger by Berkeley Gray, another Norman Conquest mystery novel. Number 305, Lady Incognito by J.M. Walsh. He was very popular in the UK. Number 374, One More Unfortunate by Edgar Lustgarten. And it's a good girl art cover. Another Western. It's 413, The Sheriff of Union County by Frank C. Robertson. I'm showing you all these. A lot of people haven't seen really the Canadian White Circle books, and this is give you a good opportunity to see what's available, what they published. Even if you don't collect them, or maybe you'll find one or two that you would like and would like to look for, but nobody's going to collect the whole series. But just to see what was published and to see the covers is kind of nice. And I like these books. They have a certain charm to them. Number 459, The King and Corpse by Max Murray. Number 240, Farewell to the Admiral by Peter Cheney. Number 517, Present Reckoning by Hugh Garner, the author of Cabbagetown. Number 449, Blondie Iscariot by Edgar Lustgarten. Nice, good girl cover on that. Number 243, Dishonor Among Thieves by David Hume. David Hume, I believe, is Geoffrey Household. Very collectible author, very good crime writer. Number 217, The Woman in Red by Anthony Gilbert. Number 277, They Never Say When, Peter Cheney, another Slim Callahan private eye novel. Number 286, Meet the Dragon by David Hume. Very good collectible book by him. One that surprising to find in the series. 541, They Came to Baghdad, Agatha Christie. Kind of got to be a tough Agatha Christie book to find. And the last one is number 437, Midnight Matinee by Hebe Elsner. Love After Hours. So there you have a smattering of the Canadian Collins White Circle books. This is part one of two parts. We'll do the next part in a few days. Hope you enjoyed this look at this kind of a unique series. The thing with the Canadian books is that because Canada is such a big country, but population-wise, it's very, it's maybe, or at the time of these books being published in the 40s and 50s, the population was probably a tenth of the United States. So the print run on Canadian books, even popular sellers like Harlequin books, the early ones, was a lot less than American paperbacks. And they didn't import a lot of American paperbacks to Canada. People had to bring them in, or they weren't sold in Canadian stores because they sold their own paperbacks. They sold the Harlequin, and they sold Collins White Circle. And there's a whole bunch of other smaller, like Derby and Crow books and other Canadian outfits that published books throughout Canada at the time. So their print runs were a lot less than American paperbacks, vintage era paperbacks, and as a result, they're not that common. They're not usually found in really great condition, and some of them are pretty scarce. So I just hope you enjoyed this look at these books. It's a unique series. I think it's a fun series. They're really cool books. Maybe you found something, you saw something that'll strike your fancy, and you may want to, take a look, see if you can find it. They are around, but you know, they're kind of tough to find in groups. But hope you enjoyed this look. Thanks a lot for looking. Give us a thumbs up, a like, and see you next time. Thank you.